Back to the Thanksgiving Tournament Expert Division opening round, hole number 12. Here we're setting up for a sniper rough bump. You can play this shot with a Kingmaker or a King Slayer. However, I do recommend using a King Slayer to give yourself the best chance at the Albatross the way I'm playing it currently. Uh, I look for some more straight up options, straight rough bumps, straight to the hole, and just with the wind angle and where we're having to pull from. There's very little consistency, so I was getting some decent results with this one. So this is what I'm going to give you for now. If I find something better later, I'll post it. For the drive, we're playing P3 plus 10% max, 3.9 top spin, 3 left spin. And when I say 3.9, I'm just a sliver below 4. Kind of like to the bottom of the 4 line instead of the top of it. We're setting up at the top of the plus 8. APOC 5 and 6, you'll have 1/3 of the blue ring in the left rough. APOC 7 is blue ring touching the left rough, and APOC 8 is 2/3 of the clear ring in the left rough, all at the top of the plus 8. Adjust P3 plus 10% max, no push up, full overpower, full left curl. We're looking for 382 to 386, I think, has been my average, somewhere around there. For the approach shot, I am playing up the hill, the rough bump, up the slope behind the hole. So this is why I recommend using the Kingslayer, because I'm using 4 left spin every time. You can do it with a Kingmaker, and 3 left spin, you're just going to have to add more curl depending on wind strength, and depends on your drive, how far to the left of the hole can you get it while staying in the sticky spot. And that's going to determine how much curl you need. But it is doable with a Kingmaker. You're just almost always going to need curl. So that's why I'm using the 4 side spin ball here. Wind 4 also helps control some of this. So 4 left, 5.5 top. I'm going to count rings down from the bottom of the +1. I'm going to be about 4 rings below that here. So 0% is 70 slider. 4 4 rings is 10%. So I play this one 60% slider. P2 plus 10%. Actually here, I play this one P3 numbers, and I come a little close to the fringe on the top, and I come in right edge. Not so much the fringe on the top, but right edge. So what I'm looking at when I'm setting this up, you see I'm moving it around. I got a sticky spot. A couple of things you want to make sure that you're kind of paying attention to on setting this up. So if you notice the rough line here kind of comes up. It kind of comes up and then dips over. So it's kind of like a shelf right here. I'm playing on that shelf. I don't want to be in the crack, and I don't want to be on the top side of it. I want to be kind of on the flat bottom middle section. A little shelf there. You can see my yellow ring is about in line with the grass line in the sand on the bottom, and I got about 1/3 of my red ring in the fairway on top. Now that can vary a little bit. It depends, on the drive, but you should be able to, with spins added, set up and slide left to right until you find the spot that it gets sticky. And the tip of the ball guide, what we're looking for is we want it to be at least even with the bottom of the cup or the front of the cup, depending on how you're looking at it. and we want it to be about a half a square over to the left of the hole and in that sticky spot. So if you see where I'm at here, that's roughly, a half a square, maybe 3/4 of a square, depending on how you're looking at it. But that's about the offset you want for, a wind in this general speed, probably 7.2 to 7.5, 7.6. If you got a little bit less wind, you can be a little bit closer to the cup. If you got higher winds, uh, you're going to need to be a little bit further to the left, or you're going to need to add a little bit of curl. So when you get ready to pull this one, I would say pull it as straight as you can. And if anything, you want a slight 1159 flicker. You don't want very much. Just a baby 59 flicker, no overpower, no curl, unless you can't set up far enough left of the hole. So if you're using a 3-side spin ball, or if you get a kind of funky drive and your sticky spot has you like a quarter of a square left of the hole instead of half a square, then you'll need to compensate by adding, a little bit of left curl to make up for not being able to set up far enough left. So that's the difference between the Kingmaker and the King Slayer. Almost always with the King Slayer, you're able to get either where you want to be or really close to it. With the Kingmaker, you're generally going to have to add some amount of curl to the left. But with that being said, I know this is kind of a tricky shot. This one has been the most consistent out of the several that I've tried today on this hole. So I'm giving you the best that I currently have going, and I'll be looking into some other options uh, later. I do have some other options. I just don't have time to mess with it right now. I will add something or post something new if I come up with it. Good luck, everyone. I hope you all get the drops, and we'll catch you on the next one.